What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for the finals of the 2024 Texas Pro. Who's going to take this one out? I think most people have the consensus Andrew Jack as the winner. And from what I understand, there's a lot more prize money on the line for the women's physique division, which is on stage now. What you can see on your screen is Andrew Jack from the prejudging of the 2024 Texas Pro. Let's remove that starting soon thing, because that is Andrew Jack. That is your top 4 call out as well. So you can see the screen capture there from the live stream from prejudging, and then you can see the posing footage courtesy of Flex on IG. We can make it even a little bit bigger, this footage. And let me know how you have this playing out as well. Most people obviously having Andrew Jack winning this contest, but where does he place at the 2024 Mr Olympia if you have him as your winner? And I will get to your comments. Who's joining us live now? We've got Richard Kimball in the chat. You're dreaming if you think Beirut is coming in third. So this is Yusuf Fitness said Hardy number 1, Derek number 2, Beirut Tabani number 3, Andrew Jack number 4, Samson Dowd 5th, 6th Nick Walker in the Olympia. So you have Andrew Jack in 4th. So let's have a look at what you guys have in terms of this poll. If you have not voted as yet, vote on the poll now. Where does Andrew Jack place at 2024 Mr Olympia? 42% of you have him in first. And the crazy thing is, only 5% of you have him placing in second. I suppose it's one of those things where you got Hardy and Derek, so it's most people would probably put those sort of grouped together. So it makes sense, I guess. And then 25% have him in third, and then 28% have him in 4th or lower. Andrew says Andrew could win, but could see him landing 3rd because hamstrings and glutes need to be brought up. For sure, absolutely. I totally agree, because that level of conditioning from the side leg, which you guys, let me see, you can sort of see it there. So you can see it's just not quite crisp enough. But watching the live stream, I was actually really impressed with the conditioning level. And I will start bringing up this woman who's on stage now. I'll get her name shortly. I believe her name's Jeanette. Very muscular. She, I believe, will be sort of placing in that sort of 3rd to 4th spot. And women's physique here is very impressive. And apparently there's a $15,000 posing prize, which is wild, because that's a huge amount of money, obviously. So these women are obviously going to be putting a lot of effort into their posing routines, and you'll be able to see it when I show you guys. This is almost like got a little bit of a fitness stuff in it, almost a little bit like Kai Green back in the day in some ways. Alright. Yeah, conditioning on these women's physique athletes is crazy. I would likely have... Cool. Alright. This is obviously shots from prejudging, but this is finals here on the screen. Just adjust it so you guys can see this properly. And I'll leave Andrew Jack going there for a little bit, and then we'll get to comparisons, and then I'll switch it up and remove that, and I'll put the women's physique competitor list up there on the screen as well. So right now, I believe the competitor on the screen is that. I don't want to guess on this one. I believe is it Jeanette Johannesson? I'm not sure. I don't want to guess names. I feel very bad actually not knowing for certain, but regardless, phenomenal competitor. Yes, Jeanette. Yes, I got it right actually. So I don't know if you can see that one on your screen right now, because that one's a little bit low of ground. Yeah, you can. So really putting a ton of effort and attention into the posing. So pretty cool to see. And right now we have one of the contenders for the win, one of the top 2 contenders based on the call-outs. Very, very impressive physique. Very, very shredded. I'll bring up some screen captures in just a second. I believe her name, is it Alyssa? I'll double check on all that as well. And if you are joining in the stream live as well, give the video a thumbs up and smash that like button. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Might actually remove that Andrew Jacked video for now. We'll bring it back as we get to the men's open bodybuilding. But we have the women's physique routines on stage now. And I believe it's $15,000 for first place. For the best posing. That's what I heard on the stream. But I don't know if that's 100% locked in and right. But yeah, if you are joining live as well, vote. Where does Andrew Jack place at the 2024 Mr Olympia? Let me know in the comments. And thank you guys for giving it a few more likes as well. And comment and let me know how you have this placing out. Who do we have in the chat? We have Sean Daniel. I think Andrew can do some major damage, but he needs to tighten up a little more from behind. Yeah, I agree with that. Andrew, bring the conditioning and 3 to 4 more pounds, and he's 1 or 2 at the O. Honestly, I think you could do it now. Like, I don't know how many people are watching the stream, but when you see him in motion, not even just on those other videos, I was really blown away. But it might just be the good lighting of Texas. I'm not 100% sure. Then we've got Enrique Morris says, I have him in 4th. This is at the Olympia, obviously, for Andrew Jacked. He needs more hamstrings and more chest depth. I can see that. He can't beat Nick, says Chris McClure. Thank you guys for your comments. Much appreciated. But I'll go back and get... I'm missing some really good screen captures, unfortunately. I'm getting a few now. I believe that's Alyssa who was just on stage. Let me look at the competitors list. It is... I thought it was... Is that Alyssa Kiesling? I'm not sure. Oh, that's where I was getting confused. Okay, so we've only got, I believe, the top competitors coming out to do their routines. So they said Paula Ranta is on stage now, and we just had Alyssa Kiesling. And I'll show you Alyssa Kiesling because she is shredded. This is one of the other contenders, one of the top 4 competitors that you're seeing on the screen right now. Very impressive. One of the more muscular competitors. And then this is Alyssa Kiesling. Absolutely shredded. Super muscular too. But look at that. That's an epic shot. Let me just see if you guys are seeing that correctly. Let me open it up a little bit bigger for you guys. So this is one of the contenders to win, Alyssa Kiesling. And I'll bring up the other contender to win too once she comes out on stage. But yeah, super, super impressive. So as you can see, the competitors list there on the right, we just had Paula Ranta out. So we've got the men's open coming up very, very soon. So see if we can get the views up in this. I don't know why it's so low today. Is my sound all right? I think because I went live a little late. Thanks for the amazing broadcast. Time and time again, Xavier really makes watching bodybuilding fun. Thank you, Aiden Regenbold. Regenbold? Oh man, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. That's rough. We've got Terence Ruffin on the live stream right now as well. And I think we can put Andrew Jacked back up as long as it's going smooth enough. We'll put up that video of Andrew Jacked coming out and we can move that along. So yeah, so obviously on the left-hand side there, that's what we're seeing live on the screen. In terms of, you know, what's happening right now. That was the last competitor on stage, Alyssa Kiesling, and she looks phenomenal. Really, really good. So I might even move myself over a little bit there. Move myself in between. So there we go. That's probably a little bit better for you guys. So women's physique is on stage right now, and we have the Opens Men bodybuilding coming up soon. And right now on stage, I believe we have Blanca Rodriguez. So we're near the end of women's physique. We have men's open bodybuilding coming up. Wow, this stream is tanking so hard. I think because I didn't go live at the very start. We had hundreds on it, prejudging. Sean Daniel, I'm from the 90s era, and Andrew reminds me of Paul Dillette some. Yeah, Paul Dillette was a monster. So Andrew Jack definitely has similarities to that, for sure. So we just had Blanca on stage. So we're near the end of women's physique division because we're not going through every competitor. And we'll have men's open bodybuilding up on stage where I'll have some updates from Andrew Jack, Jordan Hutchinson, Nate Epler, all those guys. It's going to be very, very good. I believe we're on to our last competitor now in the women's physique division because they don't do all do their routines. So I'll give you guys the first call out and whatnot. Yeah, I did miss the individual of Zama Benta. Zama Benta is crazy. I'll actually bring up some shots of that. All right. Let me go back. One thing I just quickly wanted to highlight before I get to some of these other women's physique divisions. Andrew's back. To me, it looks greatly improved. And there's a level of fullness there that he just looks more filled out. But, I mean, look at Jordan Hutchinson there. Look at the glutes and everything from the back. And the same as Nate Epler. Pretty damn lean from the back. So I think that actually did hurt like an Andrew Jack. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just think that that's probably just hurt him just a little bit. But at the same time, and you know, he's up against guys with really good, really tight backs and small waists. So, I mean, had he been up against some guys with some bad backs, then I think it would have looked even more impressive from the back. I was, yeah, very, very impressed with the amount of muscle he'd added to that back. And we have the call-outs coming up right now from the women's physique division. And Andrew just looked dry when you saw him moving. The front double bicep is wild. I honestly think Andrew has the... Does anyone have a better front double than Andrew? Not that I know of. Does anyone have a better ab and thigh pose than Andrew? Not that I know of. The IFBB Pro League today. There's some very good ones out there, but no one to the level of Andrew Jack. So it sounds like we've got the announcement for the best routine for women's physique. Alyssa Aisling won the best routine. Let's see how much money it is. She gets a belt for it. I think it's 15k they said earlier. Or maybe it's 15k for first in this show. I don't know. Yeah, she's super happy. I want to know how much she won for that. This girl seems cool as, like, just her attitude and everything. Yeah, she's got an awesome attitude on stage. Let me bring her up. I don't know how much money she just won for that, but I heard 15 grand before, but it might be 15 grand for first. Not too sure. Oh no, we've got the awards coming up. Sorry, I must have already had the comparisons. My bad, I missed those earlier. I literally woke up not long before the actual final started, unfortunately. They're saying the Sarah Villegas Distinction Award. So I don't know if that's for first place or what it is. But I know Sarah Villegas gives away a lot of money at this show, so shout out to her. Obviously, the Women's Physique Olympia champion. Also, if you are joining the stream live as well, so have you got a pose down now for Women's Physique division? They've actually got her speaking on stage now. I'll get a few screen captures of this for you guys. If I can. Yeah, it's a definite top 2. I don't know, like, some people always assume that if, you know, someone gets the best poser, then they get second at the contest. So that could be the case here, because you've got the lady that's 3rd in the women's physique division at the Olympia. And her name is, let me just quickly pull that up. Her name is Zama Benta. And then you've got Alyssa Kiesling here. So, yeah. It's one of these girls, because Alyssa Kiesling is definitely more conditioned. I will show you if I can get any screen captures of these girls up. So you can see Zama Benta. Let me move it over a little bit. That's Zama Benta and Alicia Kiesling there. It's one of these 2 girls that is going to be 1st and 2nd basically in this show. See if we can get a better screen capture. Alright, I just got one then. But yeah, it's definitely one of those girls that is going to win this show. I just realized I had my video editing program open, which is probably not helping the stream. I was getting like a tiny bit of lag there. So hopefully that will help being closed. Alright, let me get back to your comments. DK, morning mate, what's up? Fellow Australian. Hardy has better abs than Andrew. Whoa. Sean Daniel, but Andrews are so etched though. Even when he's standing there, you can see the separation. Yeah, absolutely. Sean. Robert Beckert says 2024 Mr Olympia, Hardy Chupin. Number 1, 2nd place, depending on 3, depending on their condition. At the 2024 Mr Olympia that day, Andrew Jacked, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker. We will need to watch for 2024 Mr Olympia. Yes, we will need to watch for 2024 Mr Olympia. We've got Sarah Villegas coming on stage now, your current Women's Physique Olympia champion. And shout out to Sarah Villegas for putting her money where her mouth is, and supporting women's physique division as well, because she could easily sit back and not put her money into the women's physique division, and she puts a lot into it as well, because I think she got like a whole new, like, her own gym or home gym to focus on getting the women's physique Olympia title back, and she did it. So shout out to Sarah Villegas for being able to do that, because that's crazy, you know. Got there. Got a couple of these women hitting most musculars. The woman on the left and the right, they're the 2 contenders essentially for women's physique title. And then we've got open men's bodybuilding coming up, and then that will be it for this stream. So make sure you tune in, like it. Click off the live chat for 1 second. Click that like button. Get back and let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you're from in the world, and I'll give you a shout out as well. So I'm trying to get freaking numbers up on this one. Mojo Reason, RZN. Andrew looks like he has oil in his biceps and calves. Do you know what's funny? Quinton Araya and Andrew Jacked have these like bubbly looking calves. They're both Nigerian as well. I wonder if it's like a genetic sort of structure, and it's a commonality in Nigerian bodybuilders. I don't know. What is Classical's Queen Place? I don't know who that is. Oh, we got Lee Priest in here. The 212 was a joke. Get rid of it. 12 guys now. I thought the 212 was good, Lee. All right, we're announcing the awards right now in women's physique. That's Sarah Villegas on stage there. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. I've got to remove Andrew Jacked for a second. Let me move myself back in the corner. All right. Let me move myself off the screen here for a second. It seems like that little screen is frozen. Let's hope that helps a little bit. So we're into our, I believe we're doing top 6 right now. So we're into our top 4, and I'll announce those names as they come available. Take some screen captures for you guys. And we have the open men's coming up, so don't go anywhere, guys. So what's Lee saying? Stop making classes for people who can't be real bodybuilders in the open. If you're not good enough to get a pro card, guess what? Stay at top amateur. Lee, I disagree. I thought the 212 was good. You look at like Cam George, who's in 5th, who's like the Aussie. I thought he looked awesome. But yeah, I think honestly, like even me, I can do a better job at promoting it. But we need more personalities and everything. Like if we had like Lee Priest in there back in the day, I liked when it was Jose Raymond and all that. Okay. Oh, they're doing top 10 here. So this is 7th place finisher. She got $1,000. So this is Blanca Rodriguez. Holy crap, they're doing a full top 10. I hope they do this for the Open. They actually did this at a show recently where they announced the full top 10 for the Open. It was awesome. And also shout out once again for Lee Priest, IFBB Pro, one of Australia's, if not Australia's greatest bodybuilder of all time, in the chat. It says the 212 isn't needed. Why don't we make a 195 pound or 180 for those guys who can't get 212? Where do we stop? Where do we stop? I agree that 212 is not in a healthy place right now. I'm just going to refresh my stream because I'm getting like some audio lag, which is killing my life. Before we get to the Open. And I actually realize I'm completely starving. And waking up and going pretty much straight into this. I'm like, whoa, I'm hungry. KB says 212 is pointless at this point. He's right. Marco Lee Priest, the legend. Marco says 212 is like AAA for baseball. Good to develop pros, but nobody watches it. You got to say it's a very good breeding ground. But at the same time, should we have a... when you say, is it a good breeding ground? I didn't catch that finisher just then in women's physique division, sorry. When it's a good breeding ground, it's a good breeding ground for shorter bodybuilders. But where do, I suppose, taller bodybuilders go through the classic? I mean, it sort of works. Like, in that regard, I think it sort of works. Personally, I don't have an issue with it. But even if it is lower prize money and it's not as exciting, it's like Formula 1, Formula 2. But that sounds harsh. Because it's not like that either, because you look at like Flex Lewis, what he did, and those battles. I believe it was, who just finished then? It was Sharonica Henton. I believe she came in, she got $2,000, and she was in what place? Let me get this. It was in 3rd or 4th. Is anyone listening, watching the stream now as well, and actually hearing that sort of lag on the audio? Could Andrew win Classic? Or he'd dominate if it was like judge like bodybuilding or Classic. Okay, so yeah, in 3rd place we had Jeanette Johannesson. I thought she might have been 4th, and then Sharonica Henton would have been 3rd. But I mean, it depends what you like, and you know, Jeanette had very, very good conditioning, great level of muscularity, amazing quads, delts are crazy. Okay, we're down to the top 2. It's going to be Zama or it's going to be Alyssa Kiesling. Alyssa Kiesling places in 2nd. She was in great condition and that sort of thing where, you know, the one who gets the best poser award gets 2nd place. So that theory sort of rung true, but She obviously would have been hoping for the win here and the Olympia qualification. Believe she may have already been qualified. So she would have obviously been wanting the win here. She was in better condition, but they do go for the, I suppose, the rounder, Zama Benta. And you'll see her in just a moment when I bring up a photo of her. There's Aisley Kiesling. Zama Benton wins, and she's got incredible muscle bellies. Like, her overall look is just so impressive, and that's why she's third in the Women's Physique Olympia. And definitely she's one of those girls. She's being presented by Sarah Viegas, who is the champion of the Women's Physique Olympia. And then you've got Natalia Coelho, and then you've got this girl, Zama Benta. So I think for Zama to have the chance of winning, she would have to bring better conditioning than this, even though she looks phenomenal. I think this is actually a good level of conditioning for this division, to be honest, but maybe just the tiniest bit sharper based on what we see win consistently. But she is already so sharp, and to be honest, I like this level of conditioning, so if they said this was good, I would get it. So I like the decision for Zama to win this show. She looks incredible, and this was an incredible lineup. So shout out to Zama. I'll bring up an image in just a moment. This is really one of the premier women's physique contests, if not like the third biggest of the year, after the Women's Physique Olympia. And shout out to Sarah Viegas for making it such. And there's your winners there, Zama Benta in the middle. And we have the Opens men about to come out on stage. Like the stream if you appreciate this. What's Lepre saying? I don't think I'm going to be able to read out Lepre's comments. I just have a feeling. No, I can't. Has bigger arms than most 212 men. Man, 212, you guys are hanging on it. Hey Lee, did you see the Australian breakdancing in the Olympics? I'm handing out our awards, but shout out to Zama. It looked insane, and my stream just froze. Why is this? That seems to be working all right. Let me refresh. My internet's really not liking me today. Or it's the stream, I don't know. Whoa, the trophy is huge. Zama Benta and her coach Fabrizio, who she must be Brazilian because he's a Brazilian coach. Well, I assume anyway. You guys would have seen him before. He actually coaches quite a few of those, or at least trains a few of those Brazilian guys. Is he Brazilian or Spanish? Shit, I believe he's Brazilian. He's Brazilian. Of course, he's Brazilian. Let's go to the next photo. So there's your top 5 of the women's physique division. Very, very impressive lineup. There's Zama Benta and her coach, as I mentioned. She's having her interview translated now, so And straight after that, we'll have the open men's. Getting a little bit of lag on the stream, but it's good quality, so we're good. So we're still good for the screen captures. See if I can show you guys that trophy. And I will open up now. Andrew Jack from a Prejudging of the 2024. You can see now they're giving out a speech now on stage, but you can see Andrew Jack there. That's from a Prejudging of the 2024 Texas Pro. Let me know your thoughts. I would say as well that I thought Andrew Jack actually looked even more conditioned than what we're seeing right now. Like, he's got that certain level of dryness when he hits that front double because the muscle is so full. So yeah, Andrew Jack, and it seems like a lot of Chris Aceto clients have this sort of balancing act between fullness. Like, he works with a lot of guys. It's like, that was like Cedric McMillan, for example. He had to battle that sort of line, like a lot of these tall guys have to do, between fullness and conditioning. And sometimes if you push down too much, and like if Andrew Jack maybe pushed down much more than this, maybe he loses that fullness where he looks crazy. And like the glutes are tight. They're sort of like, you know, like, is this conditioning better than Samson brings to the stage? I think overall it is. But in some areas of his physique, like the glutes and stuff, it's comparable. It's comparable. But there's other areas of physique which look harder and a little bit drier. But is it by enough? I think he can pull in a little bit more. It's not like he needs to drop 10 pounds. He just needs to drop that little bit. And then Andrew Jack is, yeah, doing very, very well. AKA maybe winning the Olympia, which is wild to even say. But has everyone else's stream frozen? If you are watching live, let me get to your comments now. We have the open men's about to come out on stage. I'm seeing a lot of laughing faces. Come for the bodybuilding, stay for the impressions. Sounds like you've been working on them, Zave. Who did I impersonate? That's from Crohn's Lifter. I can't even remember who I impersonated. Breakdancing was pathetic, as bad as 212 shouldn't be in there. Well, they've actually cancelled it, Lee, after the breakdancing. It was very interesting, the selection they chose to go to the Olympics, considering, like, I've seen people share other breakdancing. I don't know, it was very unusual. Very, very unusual. Andrew is way off the top places at the Olympia. He has nice shapes, but lacks in many areas. Now, I've got to say, Andrew was up against some really conditioned guys. I thought he was very impressive. I've got to admit, I did believe that. So, people are very harsh on the conditioning of Andrew Jack, I think, in this show. Like, if I was Andrew Jack, I wouldn't have come in any better condition than this. Why? Why would you? Makes no sense. Might even resort to putting this stream on my phone because I'm getting some serious lag. I think it's just because I've got so many things running through my computer. Who said I was doing impressions before? I don't even know. I can't even remember who I was impersonating. I'm going well, by the way, Crohn's Lifter. Her coach looks like an expert. Does he even lift coaches? Looks like he just wandered out of a bar. He does have a bit of muscle. I have seen some other photos where he has been jacked up. Gordon Ritchie. Holy F, some of those women. Oh, jeez. Lee, no, I wish it would freeze watching this. Sean Daniel, I agree. Him or Samson. Could be razor sharp. Take it all out of the shorter guys, yeah. Saying he's way off is crazy from KB, I agree. Does the best Nick Walker beat this, even if Andrew's condition stays the same between now and the O? I don't think so. I love Nick Walker, though. Like, Nick Walker, in terms of like who he is as a person and stuff like that, I think Nick Walker's a good dude and everything. Just in terms of the best Nick Walker, though, is pretty crazy. In terms of how bodybuilding is judged. How I'd judge it, I'd have Andrew all day because that's a physique I like, you know, so. Andrew came in at nearly 300. Now, I think Andrew probably on stage is more like 290 probably, you know. But, yeah, I'm going to bring this up on my phone because it is just freezing like a mother. Oh, now it's taking too many devices because I opened it up on my phone. Great. Let's try to better load on my phone now. Let's turn off the VPN for a second. I'll switch it. All right. Lee Priest, no, Andrew wins over Nick. Yeah, I agree, Lee. That's hard because, like, what can Nick do? If it's freezing, turn the heater on. Lee, I can tell you're a father of many years from that comment because that is the ultimate dad joke. But yeah, it is freezing a little bit. Come on, load. Just waiting on the stream to load. We have the open men about to come out on stage, I believe, or they're just out on stage now for the individuals. I hope so, anyway. I hope that's all we're out for. Try to reconnect here. Dave Thomas says, well, guys, I hate to sell it to you, but he's still in better condition than Samson was at last year's Mr. O. I would agree. I would agree, yeah. I would agree. Because I think Andrew is actually in pretty damn good shape here. Because when you actually watch it, like, he's in good shape. Like, you see the dryness. When he's moving on the stream, you actually do see it. Like, I think he's getting a bad rap. Like, normally people say I'm an Andrew hater. It's like, well, apparently now I'm the opposite. But, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Crone's Lifter makes a good point. It was so late, Samson was off. Yeah, the show was very, very late in that case, so. Okay, I have the stream back up. I believe there's a little ad or something, right? Oh no. Play. Sean Daniel says, yeah, a little off, a bit like Vince Taylor. Oh my god, I'm failing on this stream so hard right now. Maybe I just can't go like full screen. I don't know. Is anyone else that's paid for the stream, is it working fine or not? I'm just going to open it up on another browser. Let me just check. All right, so there's just a little break right now. So that's what we've got going on right now. The men's open bodybuilding is about to come out on stage. So you can see, oops. That's your winners, your top three there for the women's physique division. We have the open men coming out on stage any moment now, hopefully. And we'll have Andrew Jack winning, no doubt. But Andrew Jack reminds me of Vince Taylor. Maybe because Andrew is tall, but he lacks muscle density and detailing. Some body parts like legs, arms, chest, back don't impress. So it sounds like not much impresses you whatsoever about Andrew Jack's physique. Crone's Lifter, Martin, top 10. I agree. I think Martin will be top 10 at this year's Olympia, for sure. Let me just check to make sure what's going on with the stream now. Yeah, it's just, I think, a little bit of a break at the moment, I believe. Appreciate you guys getting in the comments as well. My back is broken, spinal. I love that as well. So those who don't know who actually said that, that's Mike Tyson. But my back is broken. Did you say you broke your back? What do you mean? Is a spinal? Jason Neese, smoking crack. Is that like the Ronnie Coleman one? I think G's been smoking crack. He'll win this show, though. This show has no depth. I'm going to tell you, though, Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson look damn good to me. I don't care what you say. They look good. Final. That's funny. All right, so we have the open men coming up, I believe. I hope. I think. All right. I'll open up on my computer again. I don't know why I'm getting so much lag through with this stream, but in terms of the actual Texas Pro stream, because other people seems fine, but do you think he would have placed in the top 3 in Dubai? If you're talking about Andrew Jacked, he would have won that. Andrew Jacked 100% would have won Dubai. All right. What are you guys saying? Nate and Jordan look good. Jeez, you guys are harsh. Nate and Jordan look good for the last call out at the Olympia. Well, if you make the Olympia, you're part of what, like 17 guys, like 18 guys this year, like not even that's going to stand on stage. That's like you've 16 or 17 of the top bodybuilders in the world. Now, these guys actually aren't even going to make it to the Olympia this year unless they win one of these other shows that's to come, which is going to be tough as well. I mean, you got the UK Pro. If one of them wants to get over there, I think one of them would qualify there if they chose to do it. But my back is broken. Spinal says Jordan Hutchinson is definitely impressive, especially being a new pro. 100%. Totally agree. Let's go. Nate from Sean Daniel. Yeah, Nate. I love Nate's physique. He's got so much nice pop to it. It's like, yeah, very, very impressive. Remember that time Lee beat Ronnie? Game over. Yeah, Ronnie loves mentioning that too. It's like part of his full story now. Alright. So let's see what's happening with this stream. If you are just joining live as well, if you can give the stream a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm tanking a little bit on my views compared to prejudging. This stream will not have copyright infringement case they decided delay so much everyone will quit watching automatically. That song Kill Them With Kindness fits here. Lol lol. Let me see, because mine's just not loading properly. Has anyone else paid for the stream and it's just not working 100%? Let's see if I can open it again. It's probably just honestly my setup at the moment. Could do a bit of a clean out. Yeah, it's using a lot of CPU this right now, so let me at least remove my video from the corner there for a second. See if that helps a tiny bit. Yeah, it's taking down the CPU a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit more. a little bit better and I can run this stream a bit easier. But for some reason, it's not even working on my phone. My phone's internet, my Wi-Fi, so I don't know if it's just like getting like locked up on those devices or if it's for, I don't know. Opening up now my browser. Let's see where the stream is at. Reconnecting. Yep, it looks like we've got a break in progress right now. So yeah, I'm just seeing a screen with, wait, is this even playing? No, it's loading. Big Zach 12 says, Xavier, given you were opposing coach, what could Andrew do to improve execution of side shots? That's a very good question. Let's go to it. Let's see if that stream's loaded. There's no play button in the middle now, so I assume that's just the stream playing. It says live. Is there any music coming through there? Can anyone let me know if the stream is just a screen with a whole bunch of logos up there now? Try to check to see if any... I don't know what's happening. If there's a small break or what's going on. Just went on, jumped on Muscle Discord's channel. See what he's saying. I'm going to ask Muscle Discord. I think it might be down for everyone. I'll just ask Muscle Discord. He asked the same question as me as well. Where will Andrew place at the 2024 Mr Olympia? Let's see what the difference is. Yep, he's got the same thing as me. So Muscle Discord has the exact same result as me. See, I was clicking around, but I've literally just got a whole bunch of logos up on the screen. So he's got the same deal as me. We've got some music just coming through now. But I don't know what's happening. I don't know if there was a small break or what's actually happening. So I'll show you guys what I'm seeing on the screen right now. But yeah, I'm literally just seeing logos. Oh, we have movement. We have movement on the stream. Okay, it seems like we're about to have a routines. So it wasn't an error, it was just that we had a bit of a break. So let me bring... Okay, it seems like we're about to have opposing routines. I'll just refresh that, make sure we're up to date with that stream. Do not want to fall behind. And we will have... Yep, seems like we're about to have the guys come out on stage. I'll show you what we're seeing right now. All right. So it seems like we're about to have the routines of the open men's bodybuilding. That's your screen right there. And you can see they've got a whole bunch of smoke, all the highlights from previous years. Oh, we've got all black backdrop. Bzz, bzz. It's going like, wow, this is actually really cool. And hopefully they sort of half black it out at the end. That was super cool what they did with the LED screens. I hope they black it out in the background a bit. They definitely have a different lighting. So we've got men's open coming out now, guys. Holy crap, and I realised I just dropped a bit of gum between my legs. Oh, there we go. Let's get that off. Alright, so men's open is out on stage now. Harney said he is excited to see how much fuller these guys are going to be. Everyone is excited. I am pumped. Let's remove that little video of Andrew jacked. We can revisit that later, but we are seeing Andrew jacked on stage there. But that's not Andrew jacked from this year. That is Andrew jacked from last year in a little highlights package. That is the stage that you can see there. And that is what we are seeing on the screen right now. The men have come out and we have... Are they doing it by the lineups or are they doing these like last call out sort of ones? So yeah, they're starting with the last call out. I wish they would just change the backdrop for this. Like, I know they've got to have the sponsors up, but they could do it, I think, in a way where they could have them up and just black out the lower parts. But we've got a little bit of blur on the side of the screen too as well with this wider angle lens. But I've got to tell you, when they zoom in, it's actually a really high quality stream. You can see it line up on the screen right there. So Christian Coldwell has been moved into the middle from Australia in the red trunks, and he and the man in the pink trunks, who I believe is, let me bring up the men's competitor list for this one. I believe I've still got the women's competitor list up there. Let me remove that. You got the men's competitor list for the open bodybuilding right there on the screen now. And that's our last call out coming out now. So they've actually just moved Christian Coldwell out one spot. And they have moved actually a guy who I was speaking to before this show, making his pro debut in Carlos Philbrick. He's been moved into the middle now. And he looks really good. Sean Ray just said a little bit of a technical difficulty they're just getting figured out right now. So there must have been some sort of error with the stream. So anyway, I'll probably put myself back up on the stream now so at least you can see my beautiful face. I'm joking. Let me get back to some of your questions as well. Back is broken for spinal. Fantastic name, 100%. The competitors at Dubai look 10 times better than this lineup. I've got to tell you though, the top three guys are very, very good. But Dubai gave $100,000. Andrew Jacked would have 100% won that show. There is no doubt in my mind. Andrew, a bit soft in the glutes from Ning's Black Eye. What's with the hostility towards Muscle Discord? Me? No, there's no hostility whatsoever. I was just saying that his stream isn't working, it wasn't working on his as well. Or do you mean other people's hostility towards Muscle Discord? I believe he said he believed Andrew was going to be off. I can't remember. Sean Daniel, Xavier is the best on here, friendly and accepting with everyone. Thank you, my man. Crazy to think these guys are all pros, but no one out there is even close to Andrew. I mean, the guys are very good, but yeah. Darren Randy, yep, Xavier is the man. Thank you so much. And X, when is the next pod with Beatty? I don't know. Beatty hasn't asked me on in ages, so I'd love to be on Beatty's pod. But if he wants me, I will jump on his pod, and I will be starting pods again. So that will be coming. But I've had some crazy shit going on in my life. But you guys will find out all about that in due process, I'm sure. So we have, I believe this is the second last call out because we've got Anthony Gell, we've got Lewis Breed. We've got Marius Tom Zook in there. We've got Dorian Haywood. We have, let me go to this competitors list. Let me bring a few of them across. A few of them up on screen in a moment. We have Yishan Cheng. Who else is in this lineup? Let me open up again. And then we have, what's his name again? It's on the tip of my tongue. Felix Norman is also in there as well. Bring up a few screenshot captures of this. Yeah, it seems like it's between Lewis Breed and Anthony Gell for that fourth position. Felix Norman, I thought, brought his all-time best as well. I think this is being judged very, very well also, I've got to say, because a lot of the positioning I'm actually really agreeing with. terms of where they're putting guys and the way it seems like it's going to fall. Obviously, we don't know till the end, but we have a pretty good idea. They're not going to, they're not going to put Maurice Tom Zook in 4th place, Got the last call out about to come up, guys. About to come up. Super, super exciting. Who do you guys have in that 2nd position as well? And who do you have in 4th? There's your side chest there. You can see sort of the top guys in that call out. For some reason, ad suitability sucks on this video for me. God damn, I don't know why this happens with YouTube so often now. If it keeps happening, I'm just going to have to literally stop doing it. I think it's just from people just reporting it, and then you can protest it later, and it's like, So, Brady hasn't been doing the show. Lee Carmichael says he got a strike, so can't upload much. He can now. He can now again. But yeah, he had a week where he couldn't do it. Xavier equals GOAT. Thank you, Enrique Morris. My back is broken spinal. Yeah. Not UX. I meant other people's hostility towards Matt. Yeah, I was thinking I didn't have any hostility towards him. I know he said Andrew wouldn't be ready, but what I do respect about Matt is that he admits when he was wrong. Yeah, and he did that as well. Jordan versus Beef Stew, who wins? I like them both. By the way, from Jason Neese, Lee Carmichael says Jordan. Beatty just uploaded on Wednesday, but yeah, he mentioned the strike, yeah. I think Nate for 2nd, Jordan 2nd, Nathan 3rd. Thank you as always for these. You are part of a reason. They're exciting. Thank you so much, man. Lewis Breed in 4th. Aiden and Crone's Lift to saying that. Thank you so much, guys. So let's get back to it. We've got only 168 of you guys in the chat, but I appreciate all of you that are in here as well. 68 likes if you guys can like it. Click off the live chat for 1 second and jump back in. It would be much appreciated, but hey, I appreciate you guys joining regardless. I believe Tyler Mannion sounds like he's the head judge at this show. And we've got the last call out coming up right now. Jordan Hutchinson, Nate Epler, and Andrew Jack. Let's go. Okay, so they were saying, the commentator was saying he thinks it was a tie after prejudging between 2 and 3. So that's Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson. And I think they'll give all these guys a go in the middle because they're going to want to see Jordan and Nate Epler side by side. Now, initial reaction, Nate Epler maybe looks a little bit fuller straight up, but Jordan Hutchinson in the glutes gets very, very good. Andrew Jack looks mental. Wait until you guys see this. I'm going to bring a screen capture up in just a second of Andrew Jack. Also, the conditioning as well. All these guys are really well conditioned. And Andrew's the only one with like big striations through his chest. I don't know. People are very, very hard on Andrew Jack now for some reason. And I was always the one, but apparently it was so hard on him. He's sitting on that side leg better too. It's not perfect. Actually, someone asked me a question about it before and I missed it. So Andrew just needs to get a bit crisper through those hammies and glutes. He might be a guy that produces more estrogen maybe. Just on the backside, just needs to get a bit crisper. But if he gets that and maintains the fullness. And Harney's saying he's definitely bigger. He's definitely bigger. And he's definitely bigger. And you'll see him a rear lat spread against these other guys. Look at that front double bicep. Freaking wild. Absolutely wild. They might not even, I don't know. I think they want to compare 2 and 3 more. Oh, even Andrew on the side tricep. Like when you see him moving, because while the side leg isn't perfect all the time, like he's not keeping it on all the time, when you see it when it crispens up on the video, and the thing is, he's the biggest guy on stage, and he has the best abs. Oh, just when he's standing, like you guys, I feel like if everyone's watching the stream, everyone would be freaking out on how good Andrew Jack looks. Incredible. Incredible. So he's putting them through it again. But he's not changing the position of where these guys are at either. So let me go pose by pose. At least $5,000 difference between first and second. Nate Epler for me at finals is winning it. Would I have had Jordan Hutchinson at prejudging? I don't know. Let's see on the side chest. Let me go through it a little bit more. There's the side chest. Oh, side chest. I tell you what, Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson are close. I would give the edge at... Yeah, I would give the edge at finals to Nate. Oh, back double. I've got to tell you, these guys are very, very good. So that's a back double. I mean, by that screen capture, I'd say Jordan, but this is... Look at Andrew's back there. To me, watching this, like these guys all look in condition. They look in better condition than probably what you're seeing there. Now, Andrew doesn't hit his side leg perfectly, but when he's hitting it, I mean, I think people are... Oh, whoops, I'm sorry, I haven't got that right sort of dimensions and size. Let me resize that a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, this is very impressive. So you got Jordan Hutchinson on the left, you got Andrew Jacked in the middle. And I will get to your comment a little bit later. Who's getting better? Who's getting worse? I've got to say, if anything, I think... Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd say at finals, I'd have Nate Epler. Prejudging very, very close between Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson. Now that's for second. Andrew Jacked wipes this show. There's no two ways about it. Absolutely crazy. Lee Priest, they wouldn't win USA or Nationals back in the day, I assume. I mean, Nationals and Matt back in the day were crazy. But Nate Epler and Matt, when you're watching the video, I feel like they're pretty damn impressive. But yeah, I know what you mean. There was some phenomenal bodybuilders back then. But Nate Epler, I think you stand that next to some guys even from back in the day. Like obviously not, necessarily Olympia level guys, but smaller pro shows, I think he looked pretty damn impressive. But yeah, Andrew Jacked is just another level. That's 299 pounds. Now that's weighed in with some clothes on and everything. But even if it's 290, that is so aesthetic and so pretty for 290. That front double, it is just leaps and bounds above everyone. Just so crazy. So we're about to have the individual routine soon, I believe. So we're going to have that. And then we'll be back a little after that for the results. So we've got the results coming out very, very soon. So it's going to be interesting between Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson. There's at least $5,000 difference between second and third, unless they've changed it at this show and given more to third for some reason. But this is a show that has more prize money, I believe, than some of these other ones. Because the other shows, smaller shows, are $15,000 for first, and then 9 for second, and then 4 to third. Maybe a little bit more overall. Yeah, they do this so well. They've got smoke going. They got smoke on the screen, right? And I hate this at the Olympia because it gets in front. They do so much smoke that it gets in front of a camera and it makes a misty stream. Now they've just got this smoke just going like along the floor. It's just like that actually looks quite cool. They're mentioning Hunter Labrada now being in the crowd. I've got some WWE wrestlers and stuff. Bobby Lashley, they said. I don't really follow WWE, but, bodybuilders do, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you see that rear lat spread. Jordan Hutchinson's taking that one. So it's like, it's tough, but I don't know. Alright guys, I am just literally going to go MIA for just a couple of minutes and I'll be back. Do not go anywhere. Actually, no, when I say a couple of minutes, I mean a minute or two. And I'll keep changing the images and stuff like that as I can in the next 2 to 3 minutes. I just literally need a toilet break. And yeah, I'll be back with you guys in 1 to 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We have the individual routines and more screen captures and analysis, and the results coming out very, very soon for the open bodybuilding. Back with you guys in a minute. Guys, I'll be back in just a few minutes. We just had Lewis Bree just on stage. He announced something. I don't know if it was an injury or what, but he did just announce something on stage. And we have our second competitor just coming out on stage, Yishang Chang, and I will have some screen captures of him coming up in just a moment. But I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. What's up, desktopers? We are back, and we have Dorian Haywood on the screen right now. We have Nate Epler. I'll bring myself up on the screen in just a second. Not super important, but let me reduce that music back down to an acceptable level. Put my headphones in. All right, we are back. Let's take those glasses off and get down to business, because Nate Epler, the man on screen right now, is battling for that second place position. I'm not exactly sure how much money for second. Dorian Haywood, I feel for him as well. He's had a very tough year. I believe he lost his coach and went through a lot of stuff. So shout out to Dorian Haywood. There's Dorian Haywood. Jordan Hutchinson about to come out on stage now. A man battling for second. Let's get to your comments. Let's see what debauchery has gone down in the live chat since I've been gone. Lost a few of you guys, but like it. Let's try to get those numbers back up from when I went MIA 5 minutes or 10 minutes ago or whatever. Nate looks great. Needs more muscle. He needs more muscle to be at the top, but he's a contender. That's the only thing that Nate needs, is more muscle. Great physique, great quality. Even if when you see in screenshots of Nate Epler, when you see the muscle and it's not that crazy detailed dry look, it doesn't matter because he's very conditioned and it's very fresh, nice looking muscle. Jordan looks great though. This is by far Jordan's best. It's funny, Jordan's one of these bigger guys, but it seems like his physique varies while he's on stage. Like he'll be getting a little bit better, maybe fading a little bit at times, but he's a big guy, so that's why. But he's working Chris Tuttle, and they've really brought it here. I honestly think that Andrew Jack is just in actually pretty damn good shape, and if everyone was watching the stream, I feel like everyone would have a little bit different perspective. I feel like these guys are in pretty damn good shape. Well, not every body part is like shredded to the bone. Jordan looks good. Back and hams are in. I'll bring up the Jordan Hutchinson shots in just a second. I'm just getting plenty of them. Oh, the front lat. Jordan is getting better and better. See, this is what I'm talking about with Jordan Hutchinson. This dude, there he is there, but he's just getting better as he poses. Side shots are very good. The only thing on the side try that if he can pull that lower midsection in just that tiny bit more, and just on the ab and thigh, if he can pull that midsection in just a little, like the tiniest bit more, and I'm the most muscular, he'd become a really aesthetic guy. It's like just that little bit of lower midsection. If he can keep it at the same level as it is now, and he doesn't lose any of that, whew. And for me, he's kept it tight enough here. It's just one of those things, you see it and you like, hope it doesn't go during his career, because look at this physique. It's awesome. Look at that. Very conditioned. Shout out Jordan Hutchinson. Dude looks phenomenal. It's me, Denny, says Andrew number 1, Jordan second, Nate third. Wouldn't be mad at those results at all. I mean, where's the good lighting? Derek Lunsford. Is that what Derek Lunsford said? You're saying. Let's end this poll. 43% of you have Andrew Jack winning the 2024 Mr Olympia. That's huge. And then the second most likely result, 28% say fourth or lower. Third most likely result is third place in the Olympia for 2024. And 7% of you are saying 7% of you are saying second. So, sorry, Sid Faruqi was screaming in my ear. I was actually just messaging with Sid the other day. Super nice guy, obviously, of RX Muscle, and he is emceeing this show. Andrew Jack's walking out. He's got the Dexter Jackson walk now. He's walking out super slow. Super slow. Oh. He almost hit the... Not with enough confidence. I thought he was about to hit... He sort of hit the victory pose. hit it with his own like, sort of flair to it. I like this. He's sort of doing some different posing. Because you never see it these days. Like back in the day, like Lee Labrada and these guys were all inventing their own poses. Harney Rambod just said he looks drier than he did this morning. And there was a decent gap in time. Like it was a 7-hour difference between prejudging and final. So a lot can happen with these big physiques in 7 hours. I don't know. Maybe he looks a little bit dry, yeah, actually. But I thought he's pretty dry at prejudging, to be honest. Harney was saying he thinks he's 40 years old. But Andrew's definitely improving, and he's fresh and new to the sport. So let me bring up some photos of him in just a second. He sort of rushes through some of his poses. Like he went to hit his side tricep, and then he didn't even get his side leg into position. But that's just, you know, that shows how fresh Andrew Jacked is. Now that's Jordan Hutchinson. You can see the conditioning. These guys are in great shape. And when you see these zoomed in photos, you get to see the conditioning. So people talking crap about the conditioning, these guys are good. Like, what are you guys saying in the chat? It's me, Denny says Jordan always gets better at finals. And yeah, he's getting better as it goes on now. Like, that's a crazy thing. I think we have... Geez, do we have like a 6-man battle or a 5-man battle for the 2024 Mr. Olympia? This is exactly what I wanted to see from Andrew Jacked, just to make it more and more exciting. And you guys will see the smoke coming out along the ground at the bottom of the screen. This is what the Olympia can do. We don't need it blowing up everywhere. We don't need the smoke everywhere. We just need that little bit. And we don't even need it, to be honest. But if you want to do it the right way, I think. Andrew Jacked is going into the splits. Crowd's going crazy. And he's taking ages to go down into it too. What a shot. That was cool. All right, now let's bring up some shots of Andrew Jacked. Quickly go through his last couple of Jordan Hutchinson. So you look at Jordan Hutchinson. That's the best I've ever seen his front lat spread look. Just that little bit of a midsection for Jordan Hutchinson. Just want to see come in. Just a little bit. Now we have Andrew Jacked. See, this sort of stuff, he could hit it a little bit different for sure. Yeah, look at that. But you see, there's a lot of transitioning in that part of the routine where he wasn't hitting it slowly. He rushed some bits, but then near the end, it got really good. And look at that. He's in condition, and he's definitely bigger. He's just got such a big structure that you go, oh, he doesn't look that big. But he stands next to someone, and he looks like an absolute monster. But Andrew Jacked, trust me when I say this, in that Mr. Olympia lineup, I don't think he was his best. I don't think he's ever been his best at the Olympia. So if we get Andrew at his best at the Olympia, at this or better, I think this is going to be something we're going to see in certain shots, and we're going to go, holy shit, he's winning the front double. And we didn't see that at last year's Olympia. And I think we could at this year's Olympia. We've got Anthony Gell on stage right now, by the way, guys. But Andrew Jacked is... Anthony Gell is a thick dude. Come out of nowhere this year, really. We always get these new guys coming out of nowhere each year. Hitting a ton of most musculars. Rushes his posing just a little bit, but overall pretty damn good. Mahoney makes some points too that if Anthony Gell makes some improvements, he's definitely going to be able to move up well. But obviously focusing a little bit more there on Andrew Jacked before we bring up the Anthony Gell photos. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go to your comments in just a second. Let me know what you think of Andrew Jacked, because this shit's crazy. And I'm going to put up a poll while we wait for that as well. Start a poll. Let's go. Who is going to place second in this contest? Who is placing second at the 2024 Texas Pro? Who do you guys have? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be Nate Epler. Two guys I really like as well. Not just in terms of physique, but they're both really, really nice guys too. So, sort of want to see them both place. Sort of want to see them both play second, but... Because, look, let's face it, it's going to be one of those two guys. So, I'm not even going to put anyone else in the poll. So, let me know who you have placing second between Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson. I'm very interested to see what you guys think about this, because it was... yeah, very close in terms of what I see in the comments. 16 votes deep. Nate Epler with the lead, 62%. 61% to Epler, 58% to Epler. So, see, it's close. 40, you know. At finals, I say Hutchinson. Prejudging, I say Epler. It's like... But there's still shots that... Felix Norman's on stage now, by the way, guys. There's still shots that, you know, they trade. Felix Norman, one thing I'd say for him is slowing down his posing a little bit. Harney made a good point. He said Felix Norman maybe looks a little flat, but I think this is Felix Norman's best, you know. Oh, his waist is so tight in his side shots. He's got a very unique physique in that way. Like, he's got a big rib cage, and he needs to get better at posing. Just the way he hits his shots. He's not really holding them, but if he gets that right, the fact is that he's got those areas to improve. And if he posed like a Nate Epler and just locked into his shots instead of moving as much, I'm very impressed by this guy, actually, Felix Norman. Very, very impressed. A huge, yeah. He just doesn't hold his shots long enough. If he just stayed in them, oh, Felix Norman is going to do some damage. All right, let's bring up some of these other guys. But Andrew Jack is phenomenal. And I will go to your poll results very soon. So get voting on who you have placing second at the 2024 Texas Pro. Anthony Gell, very impressive physique. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, this isn't a good quality contest. It's like, I disagree. Nathan Styles on stage now, another good guy. Anthony Gell's good. He's straight up good. He could be fourth in this contest as well, Anthony Gell. And then you got Felix Norman here. And I'd agree with Harney, actually, looking at him. He's a little flat, but I'd prefer on the side of flat rather than too big. Oh, that's Nathan Styles. I was getting confused with someone else. So Nathan Styles is a bigger guy. Not the prettiest physique. A little more in the midsection, but big guy. Yeah, a little bit much in the lower midsection, but he's got a big structure. Nathan Styles. The other commentator was saying something about Felix's midsection, but Felix's midsection is super tight, so I'm a little bit confused there. Karan says, what's your opinion about Jack's chances in Olympia? I think his chances are there. Like, if he brings that side leg in that little bit more crisp, I think that Andrew Jack can win the 2024 Mr. Olympia. Legit. Because he has stuff that, you know, if Hardy doesn't nail it 100%, if Derek Lunsford comes in, just say the same as last year, and Andrew Jack has those hard pecs, which Lunsford doesn't have. He has that crazy front double where it's really hard, where he beats everyone in the lineup, if he's 100%. He has, you know, back double where he doesn't get dominated anymore. But he needs to bring the conditioning in more at the Olympia level, in the lower legs. So whether that's, you know, I don't know if that could be an estrogen issue. He could be running slightly higher estrogen. You know, are they staying 100% on top of that? I'm sure he's working Chris Aceto and Psycho Lewis. Maybe that's something. But, you know, that can obviously lead to a lack of conditioning from the back, and especially in the legs as well. Yeah, I don't know. But obviously when you reduce estrogen too much, these guys can flatten out. And a big guy like Andrew Jack, you don't want to do that. So it is a balancing act for Andrew Jack. And whether it's this year or next, I think that Andrew Jack, now after seeing these performances and the improvements every year, and the fact that he hasn't nailed it at the Olympia yet, I don't believe. Yeah. Marius Tomzuk is coming out now. Looks really good. He's one of the guys that just goes completely underrated. Yeah, Marius Tomzuk looks good. Just structurally when he's in the lineup, like a little bit smaller than some of these other guys, but so he does need to be really, really thick. And he would need to add more muscle overall, but and Harney makes such a good point. This is Felix Norman on the screen there. See, I love that shot there from Felix Norman. It's Nathan Styles. See, just that little bit much in the lower midsection, but bringing conditioning. That's Marius Tomzuk. And I'd say that he's tried to really fill up since prejudging because it looks like there's a film of water over his physique. So I don't know what he did in between prejudging and finals. Not too sure, but guys, we have the results coming up for the open men's. We're near the end of the posing routines. This may be the last one. I'm not too sure. And what are you guys saying in terms of who is placing second at the 2024 Texas Pro? 50-50. No, not even split. So interesting. I like it. And yeah, I had Nate Epler at prejudging. I had Jordan Hutchinson. As it went on at finals, at the start of finals, I had Nate. It's like, how do you judge that? Like, do you go, okay, well, one looked better at the first half of prejudging, and then you go on how they look at the end? I don't know. That was the last bodybuilder on stage. We're about to have the results for the open men. Who do you guys have? Obviously, 99% of people are going to have Andrew jacked, and I will bring up a HD video of him, courtesy of Flex Online. So let me just open up the Andrew jacked video. We have the awards coming up, and then last week, we have the best pose award coming up. Try to hear how much you're going to award for that. Harney saying Jordan Hutchinson's routine. He really liked that. Jordan Hutchinson wins the Best Poser Award. Does that mean he's getting third? Let the conspiracy theories start. Or second, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. But anyway, we've got John De La Rosa there as well. That was last week's result at the Tampa Pro. He won that one, qualified for the 2024 Mr Olympia. And Andrew jacked, he has to win this one to qualify for the 2024 Mr Olympia. So will he do it? I reckon he will. Most people believe Andrew jacked will get that qualification, but if he didn't, put it this way, there would be outrage and I'd be making so much content. It'd actually probably be really good for views, to be honest. But anyway. So see, my Zoom thing's, I think, frozen. Possibly. Oh no, we're moving again now. But yeah, so results are coming up for the Open. Jordan Hutchinson wins the Best Poser Award. Stay tuned. About to start announcing. I hope they announce the top 10 like they did in the women's physique. But they were awarding prize money, I believe, down to 10th in women's physique as well. So I know sound just stopped. Oh no, it didn't. It just went to music. That's all. All right, so the awards for the Open Men's coming up right now. It's me, Denny, Andrew by the Flemington Straight. We got Australians in the chat. I know what that means. Andrew by the Flemington Straight. All right, so the top 5 is Lewis Breed. And then we have Lewis Breed. We have Yishan Cheng, Nate Epler, Jordan Hutchinson, and Andrew jacked. So that's top 6, I guess. Oh no, we've got 2 sides. No, they must have the top 10 men. Because you've got Dorian Hayward there too. Cool, so we get the top 10 results. That's sick. Interviewing Andrew Jack right now. But like, what keeps you coming back to Texas? Sid Faruqi is asking. Andrew Jack loves Texas. He's saying the heart is big in Texas. He goes, everything is big in Texas. You know. Sid Faruqi just made Andrew Jack really nervous. And he's saying, it's very close here. It's a virtual tie. But it's not, obviously. And Andrew goes, what tiebreaker? I think it's a tiebreaker between second and third. Andrew Jack's so funny. He makes me nervous when he speaks, though. Okay, let me bring up some images of this. You can see Felix Norman there laughing because Andrew Jack's hilarious. Sid Faruqi goes, Andrew Jack, should we pose down? He goes, of course. Of course. So we're posing down now. You can see Andrew Jack there with Sid Faruqi. He's like, what tiebreaker? There may have been a tiebreaker, though, between second and third. So Sid Faruqi may be telling the truth there, but putting a bit of, like, what we'd say in Australia, like putting a bit of mayo on it. Which might not make any... I don't know if that makes any sense to any other nationality. Yeah, this is cool. See, this is the thing about Texas. They've got these crazy lights in the audience and photographers, or maybe this is Gilco. They've got these lights and they're taking photos of them. It's cool. You can actually see it on the stream as well. I'll show you guys some images in just a second. There we go. You can see Andrew Jack. This is actually sick. They literally have people running around with these lights. I don't know if you guys... I mean, if you guys have been to the shows, you've probably seen it before. Pretty cool, so you can get some like epic lighting in the backstage area. It's J.M. Mannion taking photos. See if I can get any more screen captures, and I'll show you guys in just a moment. Alright, let me show you guys. I can see Guy Sistinino there. I can see Hunter Labrada standing up in the background. See if you guys can spot the bodybuilders as we go through it. So I love that of Sid Faruqi. I have to send that to him. Oh, wait. You guys probably aren't seeing exactly what I'm saying. Let me remove Andrew Jack there for a second. Oops, wrong one. There we go. There, so now you can see what I mean? We've got like lightsabers in the crowd. We're about to have the awards for the Open men's bodybuilding as well, so stay tuned. I don't know who's going to get second at the show. So 52% of you have Nate Epler. Vote in the poll if you have not voted yet. So you've got Nate Epler and Jordan Hutchinson. Let me go through this a little bit more. A few more of these screenshots. There's Andrew Jack. And you got someone trying to take him out with a lightsaber. That's pretty cool. See, this is why I like the Texas Pro. Now, can you guys see where Guy Sistinino and Hunter Labrada are in that image? There they are. See them in the middle of the screen there. Now I've got to make it smaller again. Oops. That should be something close. There we go. Let me try to get a few more screen captures for you guys. We have the results for the Open men coming up any moment now. There's Martin Fitzwater. He's got a photo with Anthony Gell. See, how cool is that? Martin Fitzwater's going and get a photo with Anthony Gell as he's doing a pose down. It's like Martin Fitzwater's like top 10 in the Olympia this year, I reckon. Well, that's a strong assumption, but see if I can spot any other pros in this. There's Andrew Jacked. All right. See, there's Martin Fitzwater there, having a conversation during a pose down. No, not really. All right, what are you guys saying? It's me, Denny, Flex Lewis. Was Flex Lewis in there, was he? I missed him. The lightsabers. See the judges, the back of their heads. Who else is in there? Gilco photographer I can see moving around. Who else is there on the side of the stage? Not a ton of names I was recognising there, but I did see Guy Stanino, Hunter Labrada, and no doubt all those Texans, Branch, Warren, the likes, all of them would be around this contest. Can Hunter beat Nexzilla in Italy? Yes, he can. Absolutely can. I think he should be the favourite. Now we're going to have the top 10 results here. Top 10. My stomach is rumbling so hard. Can you see any pros you recognise there? Actually, there we go. See a few pros posing over there. Oh no, we got just gone top 5. 5th place. 5th place. We're announcing it already. 5th is Felix Norman places in 5th. That's huge for him. He's got to be ecstatic. Congrats to Felix Norman. I hate in this show, they keep handing them the medals into their hand and they have to put it on themselves. It better not be some woke thing or something. That's the one knock on the Texas Pro. Just hand them the medal. 4th place is Lewis Breed, as expected. I think that was the ceiling for him in this show. But, I mean, he looked great. This is the best he's brought to the stage for sure this year. He got a lot better. He's pointing at something on his hip as well and he's making an announcement. I just missed the start of that, so he may have had an injury. I don't know. 3rd place. $3,000 for 3rd. I thought 3rd was always $4,000 now. 3. Nate Epler. That's got to hurt for Nate because that was close between Hutchinson and Nate Epler. $3,000. I thought the minimum was 4. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach rumbling, but so yeah, I thought the minimum was $4,000 for 3rd place. That sucks. $3,000. Yeah, I thought it was 4. So the minimum for 2nd is $9,000, as far as I know. So it means there's $6,000 different. Maybe it was $3,000. I thought it was 4, but so there's $6,000 difference between 2nd and 3rd. They brought them both to the middle, Jordan Hutchinson and Andrew Jacked. I don't think they need to do this for this show. Because Andrew Jacked is wild. They're going to announce the winner, I was going to say the Andrew Jacked, the winner of this next, so Andrew Jack looks so crazy in this lineup. All right, we're about to announce it. They've literally put the trophy in front of him already. They haven't even announced it. This is hilarious. So we haven't even announced it yet. I'll show you. And Andrew Jacked, it has been announced. He has won the contest. And they hand Jordan Hutchinson the award. They should announce Jordan Hutchinson as second place as well now, hopefully. Guy Sistanino out on stage. There we go. Sid Faruqi congratulating Jordan Hutchinson. Andrew Jack looks so crazy right now. I need to... Yep, he gets $9,000. So he won $6,000 more. That's going to be a little bit painful for Nate Epler. Look at Andrew Jack. That's before they even announced it. They just put everything in front of him. I might as well do our due diligence early. And just look how big Andrew Jack looks there. Just standing there. Just a monster. This was a walkthrough for Andrew Sorry guys, Andrew Jack. Absolute walkthrough. Nothing against the guys in second and third and fourth and everything, because they were phenomenal. Like Nate Epler, Jordan Hutchinson, so impressed. But there's levels to this. Andrew Jack looks wild. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just literally taking in his physique and getting some screen captures because Andrew Jack is just, he's happy with it. Huge trophy. I don't know how much first place was at this show. Maybe they went back to being a regular amount. I'm not too sure. Alright, let me just open up the stream on here. I'll try to get a little bit so you can hear a little bit of his announcement speech. Yeah, very suspenseful, yeah. Not the most suspenseful result, that's for sure. See if I can bring it up here. If not, I guess I just won't hear the speech. Maybe because I'm not logged in on my phone. Maybe I should have just left it open. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap that up. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Desktop Bodybuilding Texas Pro 2024 live stream. It's much appreciated from me. You guys are the best. Thank you. It's me, Denny. Jafar Kassir, thank you. Enrique Moses, thank you. Crohn's Lifter, Ben Shipped, Simon 11, Lee Priest, who was in here earlier as well. I'm sure he's jumped out by now. Rooster, 3-peat for Andrew Jack. He wins it. When's your next live show? I believe it's next weekend. I'm pretty sure. But tune in, stay subscribed to Desktop Bodybuilding. I'm going to have a lot more news through the week as well. I have some huge videos coming up, so make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell button, because I'm legit when I'm saying that. I have the biggest video I think that I've ever put out on this channel for sure coming. So anyway, yes, DK, I will go get a feed. I'm freaking starving right now. So I'll go get some food. I might do a wrap-up video later, but I'm not going to promise anything. I probably will put it into a bodybuilding news video, but will come out in a few hours' time where we've got some big news in that as well. So thank you guys so much. The news is Andrew Jack wins the 2024 Texas Pro qualifiers for the 2024 Mr. Olympia. Second place, we had Jordan Hutchinson winning $9,000. Third place, we had Nate Epler winning $3,000. Fourth place, we had Lewis Breed, who I assume got $2,000. And then Felix Norman in fifth place winning, I'm assuming he won $1,000, but I'm just sort of guessing at that a little bit. Go get a feed, mate. Cheers, Zinger Box. Yeah, I don't know. It might be something dirty. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much. That's it for me. My name's Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.